Hi everyone, and welcome to the second part of us reading The Tempest by William Shakespeare. When Caliban was safely out of sight, Prospero lifted his staff. "Ariel," he called softly, "appear to me now, sweet spirit." There was a faint sound of music. Lights sparkled in the air, winking like sunshine on bursting bubbles. In the midst of the lights fluttered a young boy, with golden skin and white wings on his heels. He smiled at Prospero and darted playfully around his head. Prospero laughed. "Faithful Ariel," he said, "are the sailors scattered over the island as I commanded?" "They are, good master," said Ariel, his voice like the gentle humming of a harp. "And where is Ferdinand, the King of Naples' son?" Prospero demanded. "Close by," said Ariel. "He mourns his father, believing him to be drowned." "He is not drowned," said Prospero. "He wanders the island lost, with my brother Antonio." Prospero sighed, and old memories gave his face a far-off look. 12 years ago, when I was Duke of Milan, my wife died," he said sadly. "Grief blinded me to the treachery of Antonio, who plotted in secret with my old enemy, King Alonso of Naples. They overthrew me, and Antonio took my place. I was put in an open boat with my daughter and cast adrift to die. But destiny took me to this island, to the magic books, and to you. My spells brought the ship here, and now it is time for mischief and magic." "And revenge, master?" said Ariel. Prospero shook his head. "I do not seek revenge, only justice," he said. "Go to Prince Ferdinand and bring him here." Ariel's eyes darkened into doubt. "Will it be as thou promised, master? When thy plan is done, shall I be free?" "Free as the wind, my Ariel," said Prospero. "I will break my spells, and no magic will ever hold you again." Ariel glowed brightly and flew off faster than Prospero's eyes could follow. Prince Ferdinand was seated cross-legged on the sand. Salt water and sun had bleached his brown hair almost blonde, and his handsome face was lined with sadness. Whenever he closed his eyes, he saw the massive waves that had swallowed the ship and cast him up on this uncharted island. He might never be found, and he wondered if it would be better to swim out to sea and join his drowned father than face a life of miserable loneliness. His thoughts were suddenly interrupted by lights dancing in front of his face, swarming like bees. They were so fascinating that Ferdinand could do nothing but stare at them. Then he heard music and the singing of a sweet, high voice. "Forget thy father, deep his lies, with shining pearls set in his eyes. Come with me now, Prince Ferdinand, and walk along the yellow sand." Ferdinand seemed to be caught up in a dream. Without a word he stood and followed where the lights led him. Prospero saw Ferdinand from afar, following bewitched behind Ariel's glimmering lights. When the young prince was close by, Prospero touched Miranda on the shoulder, releasing her from the spell. Instantly she woke, and the first thing she saw was Ferdinand. "Is this a spirit, father?" she gasped. "No, my child. It is a man of flesh and blood like you and me," Prospero told her. "But I thought all men had white hair and beards like yours," Miranda exclaimed. Prospero smiled and signalled to Ariel. The dancing lights vanished, and Ferdinand's trance was broken. He saw Miranda, and his eyes filled with wonder at her beauty. "Am I still dreaming?" he whispered. "Is this a vision?" "I am no vision, sir," Miranda said. "I am as real as you are, if you are indeed real." Shyly she reached out her hand. Ferdinand reached out his, and their fingertips touched.